Welcome to the Jack Dovra Show. Today we have with us, I met him in an event, and someone I admire, someone I look up to, and I also use his platform as well, which is called Property Deals Insight. And today we have with us the founder of PDI. Please help me welcome Nitin Aggarwal. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show. I think I've been keeping tabs of all the people you've been having on the show, and it's always something which I watch and learn from both competition and what other people are doing in the property industry.
That is true. We do have to keep an eye, don't we? Good stuff. Right. So tell me a bit more about yourself, Nitin. In terms of like where did the idea came from? The PDI idea.
Sure, happy to kind of give a bit of a backstory. I think so. My background was working in the tech industry, working for some of the largest corporates. So I've kind of been in that space. I was always a property investor, always investing in buy-to-lets or development projects and refurbishments, all sorts of things, office spaces. One of the challenge I always found was identification of how do I find my best deals, and even if I have all these people chasing me saying, "Oh, I've got a below market value deal and I've got this, here would you like to go 20% below market value and all that," and I was always wondering why do people not actually go for that? Because a lot of times when you scratch the surface, you realize actually that wasn't really a good deal. It was basically something or the other wrong. So originally, I just kind of came up with a small back pocket utility for myself, trying to help me identify my opportunities. And as I was I've got a technical background, so I've kind of got the mix of both business and tech, a rare mix really. So I was able to build something initially for my own back pocket utility, and then I also manage a few property landlord groups. We've got about close to about 1,000 landlords in that group, and then we kind of started sharing with some of the others how we've been using it. Then obviously we decided, okay, let me formalize it, and kind of Property Deals Insight was born to help find and analyze opportunities in seconds. I mean, and I think soon we became one of the most powerful data platform in the whole of UK, and are now serving more than just landlords. I mean, our focus has grown from being a landlord-based platform. In fact, I was actually doing a show last week actually, where we were talking about how we've evolved, or PDI has evolved from being a tool to being the backbone of the industry, because now we are actually powering landlords, sourcing companies, asset managers, estate agency professionals, gone into now powering some larger CRM and enterprise clients as well. So yeah, I think that's how things have been evolving.
That sounds amazing, Nitin. I was actually amazed when I was speaking with you regarding how you're using AI, incorporating that into PDI that you do, and some of the things that you're implementing behind the scenes. Share a bit more about that.
Sure. I think AI is a really hot topic, and everyone's kind of interested to seeing how you can leverage it. I mean, I think our AI journey kind of started with a need. I mean, as a platform, we've been going, what, 6 years now, and we've been using AI behind the scenes for forever. It's just even before AI was such a hot topic or became a buzzword. So we've been using AI obviously for a while, and then more recently Gen AI and agentic mode, and that's kind of how it's been evolving. So we've been leveraging it for over 2.5 years now. Very much our journey kind of evolved from starting from using it from your typical chat GPT, Gemini, Claude, and all these things from chat engines to initially help with productivity and client conversations, etc. But from there on, as we started adopting AI within the platform and some of the products which we've been building, we've started leveraging I mean, one of the platforms which we've kind of launched is kind of behind the scenes. or being kept under wraps for for enterprise clients or for institutional players, asset managers, banks, building societies, etc. So which is kind of like a PDI for institutional players. That actually has a thing called portfolio insights, AI portfolio insights, where we kind of leverage the PDI data offerings. And then we've built some advanced AI models which would actually give you a red, green, amber sort of a thing, put it on the plate, give a 360-degree view for the larger, busiest asset manager professionals, and ultimately they understand which assets to keep, which ones to hold, where there is what are underperforming, what is performing well, where they've got risk or compliance, etc. issues, how to resolve. So it gives you literally a playbook for what you need to do and what needs to be kind of actioned. So that's something with how we started using AI. More recently, we've actually built. We've been using AI quite a lot in a way. We now have been building AI. Well, basically, we built a number of AI agents within our solutions, and there are different things doing different roles. So we've almost kind of created different models which are responsible for instance, even look like we've got agentic AI models which are logging into our platform with different personas, trying to kind of give us feedback on what works, where there is friction, how can we improve, what can be done, who will find it easy. And that sort of feedback is then incorporated and fed into different AI models, which are actually responsible for designing improvements and actually what all should be done within the product. And we've basically been leveraging AI as a small business. So we're still kind of at a scale up stage where we're kind of looking to grow further. You're always short of staff. I mean, however many people you have, you can do with some with hand. So we actually started building using AI models to help us uncover who are the customers in need, who needs most help, or which customers we can possibly look at are exhibiting signals where they can possibly cancel subscriptions so we can help them, or where they are actually people who might be needing help with a certain part of the platform, or where they might actually be candidates for upgrades. And that actually helped us quite a lot. I mean, this year has been like a breakout year for us. We've basically 7x our revenue from last year, which is and we're still continuing to grow pretty rapidly. And we actually even built Alex AI, which has been our first AI employee for PDI. So we've actually got two AI employees, Alex and Beth. Alex has also been given its own LinkedIn profile, so some of you might even have her it in your LinkedIn networks. Alex's responsibilities is actually talking to our clients, speaking to them, understanding what they need help with, and almost triaging things where we can't speak to thousands of our clients, but Alex can actually get in touch with people and give them that early inputs of what all we offer. So there's quite a lot, I mean, happening. I mean, these models are actually always evolving, and now we've even productized that, and we're rolling it out that they wanted a version of Alex with like one of our clients, which is a portal. We provide them the prospecting data, but then now they want us to actually roll it out to the AI models, which can be calling these prospecting leads, whether you're talking about booking viewings or checking out if there is a property available for them. And I mean, you can obviously train these models to do different things. So that's something which we've actually productized. And it's all been like designed by AI, built coded by AI, and actually rolled out and being sold by AI itself. So it's been a phenomenal journey for us, and we carry on evolving every day.
That sounds absolutely amazing, Nitin. Right. For those who are listening, and what PDI can do for you is you can find below market value deals, you can find refurb deals, you can find all sorts of strategic spaces for yourself on the portal. At the same time, like Nitin is sharing, that they're now about to productize an AI which will do the work for you behind the scene, which will be very interesting for me to see, because we've tried a few and they haven't actually delivered, if I may say so, as yet. I'm pretty sure we're going to come across one that will start to deliver more effective results. But they haven't delivered so far. I think purely because depending on how they're trained, and I don't have a technical background, but how they're trained, unless you train them in house to a certain extent to be able to answer the questions that would get asked in your product or your service, they tend to not understand what someone could be asking. How do you deal with that on your end?
Sure, I think that is like a challenge which a lot of people have seen, and in a way, we never wanted to build some of these things. We wanted to leverage. We wanted to actually. We tried using some of the platforms out there, Synthflow, Vapi, and all these kind of ones which are out there. But quite honestly, after the when you went and we did initially for the first couple of days, we were amazed with what they were doing. But then, as you said, after the initial euphoria is over, you realize, I mean, this is just like a gimmick as
Yeah.
opposed to actually doing something for us. And that's
Mhm.
why we decided to take matters in our own hands. We actually started leveraging things like 11 Labs, and for our voice models, we trained our own kind of voice. But we eventually ended up building our own interfaces for this, which means we are leveraging like things like different AI LLMs for voice stuff. However, we've got our own knowledge base, we've got our own training modules, which we are leveraging it. And then I think the important part is, and people kind of jump about these things a bit too much, where AI can do a lot of stuff, the heavy lifting for you, but generally we call it something like a human in the loop concept, which is kind of
Yeah.
becoming more prominent. So ultimately, you want that to be feeding back into humans. So effectively, our specialist teams would then review these conversations, what's happening. It's a continuous evolution cycle, so we're always actually improving those models. But we also get involved with those conversations. We don't want just AI running the show, because then these are ultimately our prestigious customers. We don't want them to be just banging their head against a bot. Ultimately, we just leverage it from a perspective of giving it sizable tasks. So we have created different models for different things, but then we also pass that responsibilities back into which customers need engagement with the human, where they need just directions, where they need certain pointing them in the right direction, sort of thing. So we've actually built that in a number of different ways. I mean, thanks for kind of clarifying on what we do. If I was to just give you an example, from instance, how we're doing it as a platform, Property Deals Insight provides you access to some of the hard to find deals. So ultimately, you can get access to over 30 million properties, or every single UK properties data on our platform. And when you have all that data, you can actually build different tools, which is what our customers get. I mean, compared to some of the other platforms out there, which are trying to kind of in the chasing pack, I would say, essentially. So they basically are trying to put the deals out there for investors who are looking into that. So we've got something called Deal Finder, which you can actually, which has been using AI for forever. And we've pre-packaged these into different categories, whether you're looking for refurbishment options, whether you're looking for direct to vendor deals, whether you're looking for discounted bargains. So there are all sorts of things. There are over 20 plus strategies which you can actually look. Rent to rent is one of the biggest. So we are, I think, one of the biggest players in the UK, where you can actually find rent to rent deals from our platform, and a lot of sources and people use it. And which is always good. And I think when you launch something, people are like, "Oh wow, this is brilliant. That's the next best thing to sliced bread." But after a few days, they're like, "Oh, can you also do this? Can you also do that?" And it's always like one of those, like when you're a B2C platform, everyone wants more, which is absolutely right, because we're all about evolution. And that's when we actually launched something called AI alerts. So in a way, you can actually fire and forget. You set your searches once, set the alerts, and behind the scenes, our AI models are actually using those inputs from our users, and then send them the email alerts, or basically they get whatever, however they prefer it. And with one click, they can actually be looking at these results, or even further, we've actually taken it the next step, which is sending outreach or direct mail AI. We have another platform called Direct Mail AI, where you can actually send physical letters branded to your business, even if you're a one-man band who doesn't actually have an actual brand. literally by using our platform, you can send professional letters going out to sellers direct to vendor, not to the agents, but directly. So this is the same tech which we've actually been selling to the agents, which all over the UK there are over 2,500 agents which are kind of leveraging some of this stuff. But if you're on our platform, you can actually also access this stuff. So that is how it is allowing our customers to actually click one button and send hundreds of letters to people. And then all you're doing is basically, I mean, I was actually recording this with one of our clients the other day. It took them 27 seconds from the start to finish to actually have 122 letters on the go. So basically, literally, while we were chatting on the call, 27 seconds is all it took for them to actually receive these opportunities, send them letters in a branded professional way, using platform, using AI, and using how we've leveraged it. I think just kind of, and now we're taking it further. People are saying, actually, now that we've got all these interested parties, I just don't have the time. I'm actually doing a project. I mean, I'm a developer. I'm a property investor, or I also do my day job, but this is my side hustle sort of thing. We want to be talking to people, but I can't be talking to so many people. That's when we were actually saying we can have the AI models actually reach out to people on your
Reach out to
platform,
these people. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you're actually getting just the picking the pieces on, okay, fine, these are the three people you should be talking to. Don't talk to the 30 or don't talk to the 300. That's how it's evolving, and it's just been a ever evolving thing for us and for our customers.
Thank you for sharing that, Nitin. Okay, so where do you see the the future of property space in UK with all these red taping, the changes the government is bringing, all the compliance? Literally, how do you see, like, where do you see property space going in UK?
I think it's interesting, challenging times, I would say, for property investors in the UK. I mean, obviously, the government isn't making things easy, or they don't want um, well, basically, initially the government asked or kind of wanted everybody to be becoming landlords, having properties which are available for rent. But then now suddenly they don't like landlords, which is not necessarily their best thing, or I wouldn't say they've dealt it with it very well. However, we are seeing a shift in terms of where the industry is heading. A lot of our clients are actually doing the most transactions they've ever done. But then there is a segment of people who are not touching the property. They are kind of running scared. So what we are seeing is it's changing from like individuals to more seasoned professionals, and more institutional buyers are buying property like anything. They are literally grabbing every opportunity they are getting. And that's just what happens when everyone's running scared. I mean, I think what's the famous saying from Warren Buffett, but basically when everyone's running away from the market, that's when he buys versus selling. So I think this is just what's happening. It will stabilize. There are signs. I mean, I was actually speaking to, I think I was on the NRLA exec meeting the other day, and we were speaking to Ben Beadle and some of the other guys at NRLA. They were saying the same thing. I think things will stabilize, but there is a lot more red tape. There's a lot more things you have to be aware of. There are a lot stricter fines. So it's becoming harder for individuals who are just doing it as a side hustle. This is now becoming a serious thing. But if you are into it full, properly in it, and are actually a landlord who takes care of their tenants, I don't think there's anything that's changed. I mean, the market is tough. The UK economy is struggling. Otherwise, the property will space will still be there. It's just that there's more solutions that are required to make life easy. And I think this is kind of where we come in, and we're adding some offerings and tie-ups with the compliance organizations who can actually help automate some of these things for customers. So that's what would be required. But yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting times to say the least.
That's great. Thank you, Nitin, for being with us. Where can people find you? Where can people find PDI? I know it's propertydealsinside.com.
So,
So go and visit propertydealsinside.com. My observation has been that there's loads and loads of data that you can get within literally seconds of a click, rather than having to go find it in multiple places and spend hours on end. but you can find that on PDI and save loads and loads of time. Remember, the only thing that has any value is time. So PDI can help you save that time. What else can people do to benefit from what you do, Nitin?
I think that that's like spot on, and as I was saying earlier, we've now evolved from just being a platform, which is one of the most powerful platforms, but we also have bespoke sourcing services. So where a lot of our institutional clients or serious players will come in and we marry up data from different commercial, resi, larger portfolio, etc. type of things. So those things we do it on a more case by case bespoke basis, done for you services. And then as an organization, we have a very large data API offerings, which is kind of becoming one of our main revenue stream and where we are helping and plugging in other systems and solutions. So if you're a startup or if you're a large building society, bank, agency chain, etc., CRM, we power all of these type of customer bases. So if you have anything which you'd like to discuss, feel free to reach out to us. I mean, I think Jack's already given us you the details, but otherwise you can also reach out on info@propertydealsinsight.com, and we'd be more than happy to like look into what you guys are trying to do and help you in any way.
That is amazing. Thank you, Nitin, once again. Make sure you subscribe to this channel wherever you see the bell or wherever you're watching this from for absolutely amazing content, experiences shared. And as you can see, Nitin is working on the AI models in-house, building himself. And you're going to see lots and lots of these uh, coming towards you. You can benefit from, save yourself time, productivity. And then remember, when it comes to business, the main thing is always time. I have a team of 17 people working for me, Nitin, at the moment. And time is the only thing that actually matters rather than anything else at all. So, yeah, thank you for being with us again, Nitin, and have an absolutely amazing day.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.